man, and it put me on its shoulders, and it carried that emotion for me. And it was just such a powerful example of what music is and how it can really buoy us in those times when we feel hopeless. Those words and those melodies give us hope, and they are.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is Paul Feinbaum. That'll do it for me today. Coming up next, The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
It's the dawning of a new age in Tuscaloosa.
I understand what Alabama football is all about. Roll Tide.
Join the Crimson Tide as the Kalen DuBois era begins. Touchdown! Join us Saturday as the Crimson Tide look to tame the Mizzou Tigers at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Our coverage begins at 11:30 on your home for Alabama football.
Listen to Alabama football all season long on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
It's time to get ready for game day. That means Alabama football and tailgate. Whether you're tailgating at home or at Bryant-Denny, visit Brooks & Collier for North Alabama's largest selection of premium grills and smokers like Big Green Egg, Blaze, Delta Heat, Memphis, and Traeger. Satisfy any palate with our wall of rubs and seasonings. For all your tailgating needs, visit Brooks & Collier at 813 Meridian Street or at brooksandcollier.com. An Alabama tradition for over 75 years. Roll Tide.
Hey, Huntsville. Looking for action-packed events? The Huntsville Sports Commission is your hub for all things sports. From youth events to national tournaments, we've got events that thrill and inspire. Whether you're an athlete, a fan, or a volunteer, there's something for everyone. Cheer on your favorite teams, witness amazing talent, and be a part of the excitement. Check out our event calendar and get involved at huntsvillesports.com. That's huntsvillesports.com. Be there, Huntsville.
Hey there, everybody. Bob Baumhauer here, letting you know that we understand that times are tough and we truly believe value matters. So, by popular demand, we brought back our Inflation Bites menu featuring scratch-made meals that will make the whole family smile and your wallet, too. Menu items start at just $7.99 and any entree comes with a free beverage. Try our classic tailgate burger for just $8.99 or our hearty Bam Bam chicken platter for $9.99. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
Ann Adams with Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate is the one name to know if you're buying or selling real estate. With years of local experience, Ann Adams offers buyers in-depth knowledge of the local housing market and will narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in so you can save time when shopping for your new home. If you're ready to sell, Ann offers a seamless process using accurate pricing and expert negotiation skills to make sure you get a fair price for your home. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or log on bhhsriserealestate.com.
Embark on a flavorful journey at the Brewers Cooperative, located within the vibrant community hub of Stovehouse in Huntsville. Their brewery isn't just about crafting exceptional beers. It's a destination where culinary delights and local brews harmonize. Whether you're seeking a laid-back lunch or a lively dinner with friends, their diverse menu has something to please every palate. And with a commitment to quality and a passion for innovation, they invite you to savor the unique flavor of Huntsville's craft beer scene at the Brewers Cooperative.
Forgiveness. Wow, what a word. What a gift. All of us have done things in our lives that we regret. All of us have done things that are disobedient. All of us have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Thank God for his forgiveness. Thank God that he separates our sins as far as the east is from the west and remembers them no more. Hey, I'm John Dees, pastor at Cross Point Church, smack dab across the street from the YMCA in Madison. Check us out at cpcfamily.org.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. This hour is brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford, Alabama's F-150 Superstore. Welcome to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline, 256-576-4977.
That's how I roll. And I'm not going to drink and drive anymore.
That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Wes and Steve.
Is it really week 9? I mean, honestly, it's, I got my phone up and on through the board. Like to welcome back Brian Temple back into the fold.
The rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated.
Brian, it is great to have you back. It has not been the same. It has not been the same. And I'm not just saying that. It has not been the same. And just so glad, 1, you're out of the hospital, and 2, that you're back with us. So welcome back, Brian.
I am glad
right out of the gate.
Yeah, I tell everybody this is my dream job, and I have the second best job in the world. And so it's glad to be back, and I'm glad to be back on my feet. If you see somebody out for the Muscular Dystrophy Association this holiday season, be sure to kick in a little bit extra for me. I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you saying that as well. That is something that we're going to need to do something here at this radio station to help benefit MDA in a big, big way.
And a big old hug for the ladies on the 3rd floor ICU at Crestwood. Thank you so much.
I'm telling you, when we spoke to Coach Dye on a weekly basis, one of the things that he always did a benefit for the nursing program down at Auburn University. And he always said, and it's so true, that every single one of us at some point of our lives is going to need a nurse. And it's just a fact of life. So to just honor those people is just the right thing to do.
If you have spent any time with those ladies, and gentlemen too, anybody that works in a medical field, especially in critical care like that, if you have seen half of the stuff they do, it puts anything we do to shame. And the fact that they are there and helping people in their most vulnerable moments, and to fight and advocate for these people who may or may not be able to advocate for themselves, and to make sure everything goes right, and make sure you have the best care, make sure you're as comfortable as possible and cared for as best as possible, to their own expense. I could double what I do every year, and it still wouldn't be enough.
Yeah, no, my wife works over at Decatur Morgan Hospital in the GI part of it, and there is so many talented people that work in that industry that do not get the fanfare that they deserve for it's great to have you back more than anything. To put a bigger spotlight on nurses, doctors, just the whole kit and caboodle there is well needed indeed. But
guys, as we get closer to Thanksgiving, I've been tossing around a couple of things with a couple of other friends. Look for closer to Thanksgiving. I got an idea for a fundraiser for Muscular Dystrophy of Alabama. So I'm going to talk this over the station guys and a couple of the folks, and maybe we can get something done. Think of like a 5K walk or something like that. So,
okay.
So think about that.
So I had an idea. Maybe we could couple this together of instead of a 1 mile fun run to have a 0.977 run.
Oh, I like that.
So I don't know.
What I was thinking is like a 5K, but for $100 you could buy a K. So if you want to show up and not run at all, just give me $500. $500 to Muscular Dystrophy Association of Alabama, and you don't have to run at all. You give $100 for every kilometer you don't want to run. Think of it like selling mulligans at a golf tournament.
I like it. I like that a lot. And I really like that a lot.
And if you want to buy somebody else's kilometers, that's fine too. If you don't go ahead and bank ahead for like you've got a group and like let's say 10 of you don't want to run for 5 kilometers, that's $5,000. I mean, come on, that'll work.
to be a part of the program. It is a Pick 2 Friday. We're walking you up to Buckhorn High School football. Buckhorn is at Coleman tonight. That'll be over the airwaves of 97.7 ESPN The Zone. And I am here at Bill Washington Stadium for one final time, I think. I'm like 99.9% sure that this is the final time. What would have to happen? Madison Academy wins their last 2 games. North Jackson has to lose their last 2 games in order for that to happen. But that may happen tonight, that North Jackson may lose tonight. Why? Because over on Zone 3, Randolph is at North Jackson. So we'll see. Over on Zone 4, it's Sparkman taking on Florence. Zone 5, it is Westminster Christian Academy. They are at New Hope tonight. Josh Carey will have that call. And Zone 6 being populated tonight by the one and only Huntsville Havoc. As, yes, season 21 starts tonight for the Huntsville Havoc. Peyton Turnage will have the play-by-play call over on Zone 6 beginning at 7 o'clock. As the Havoc, fresh off of a run all the way to the finals for the President Cup last year, start their journey tonight at home. They've already won 2 games. They're 2-0 on the season with an early tie in the SPHL, but and it's a sellout, by the way, the 19th consecutive sellout, and it is amazing how much this community is just loving the product. And Stuart Steffen, the head coach, in his second year as the head coach, but he has been with the Havoc for as long as I can remember as a player and as assistant coach, now as a head coach. The Havoc are get to know Evansville a little bit, as they're going to play quite a bit here over the next couple of weeks. In fact, next Saturday night, November 2nd, when we turn the calendar, I'll have the call over on Zone 6 tomorrow night, or excuse me, a week from tomorrow night, November the 2nd. Tomorrow night, we have World Series game number 2. As soon as we're done with Alabama-Mizzou, that coverage starts at 11:30. That will roll into game 2. Game 1, of course, is tonight. If you hear Tom Abraham on the play-by-play call tonight, halfway through a call, give you like an ooh or oh no, or if something seems a little off, it's because he's watching his Yankees tonight on a tablet while trying to call a game as well down there at Coleman. It's a beautiful place to call a game there at Coleman High School. So just plan accordingly, and that will roll into our coverage of the Woody Anderson Ford Friday Night Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Gunnersville Ace Hardware. That's tonight. I told you about tomorrow. Well, Sunday, we've got more football for you. That starts off with the Bama Recap Show presented by Lawler's Barbecue. I had some Lawler's Barbecue earlier in the week. I may have to go by and grab me some Lawler's Barbecue tomorrow to enjoy my college football Saturday. Then as soon as we're done with the Bama Recap Show, Falcons are at the Buccaneers, fresh off of it was a Thursday night, I want to say, just a few weeks ago, that the Falcons beat Tampa Bay in overtime. So this is a big game for the Falcons if they want to control the NFC South. That will roll into the Kansas City Chiefs. They're pretty good. They are visiting Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. And Sunday Night Football is the Dallas Cowboys at the San Francisco 49ers. Those are all games you can hear right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. I don't remember if I told you over on Talk Radio, WZZN, the Huntsville Crimson Panthers, they are at Bob Jones tonight. So just to be redundant, in case I said it earlier, Bob Jones and Huntsville is on Talk Radio, WZZN. We've got a lot, obviously, going on. And if you haven't, head over to our website, 977ESPN.com. This is one way to tune into all of this stuff. Just click on the Zone channels there or download the app. That's easier. It's portable. You can take it wherever your phone is with you. Just search 977 ESPN in your Google Marketplace or your Apple Store, or Talk Radio, and get them both. Talk Radio, WZZN. I hear there's some kind of election coming up. I'm trying to figure that out. But an easy way to figure that out is to listen to Talk Radio WZZN. That's our HD.2 channel. Again, just download the apps. Just easy as that. It is a Pick 2 Friday, and we've got an hour to roll this in. So your phone calls are certainly welcome at 256-576-4977, the telephone number. Next hour, you'll hear a little bit of Antonio Langham in a conversation Wes and I had with Coach Colley from earlier in the week about Bama's secondary and what he has seen out of Alabama and getting his perspective on it. He is now the secondary coach at Miles College, the 5-2 Miles College Bears, as they are on the road, I think, in South Carolina this weekend. But we'll hear a little bit of that, as well as my conversations with Kalen DeBoer, Hugh Freeze, Eli Drinkowitz, as well as a few others, as well as Josh Heupel, as Tennessee enjoys their bye this week. Okay, that aside, 256-576-4977, the telephone number. Let's start things off with Crimson Carl on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. How are you, Carl?
Hey, I'm good, Steve. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
All right.
You just want to hop on pick two? All right.
Yeah.
Mizzou is at Bama.
Oh, God. I mean, surely we got to ride the ship here. Roll Tide.
Auburn is at Kentucky.
And I think Auburn's due. Let me take Auburn.
Going Tide and Tigers. So your tiebreaker is total points for both the Tide and the Tigers to give me one number. So add up what Alabama's going to score against Mizzou, add up what Auburn's going to score against Kentucky to give me that one number.
Let's go 54.
That was Wes's jersey number. He would appreciate that.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Carl. Have a good weekend.
All right. Thank you. You too.
Mark from Spring Hill. How are you, brother?
There you go. I'm doing great. Hey, real quick before I give my pick two, I got tickets to the Texas game. I'm going to wear an Alabama hat and a Vanderbilt shirt. And so I was there, the night before it all fell apart. And I tell you, that Vanderbilt crowd, I went into the wrong hotel. I thought Alabama was staying at the Marriott, and I walked in and walked out pretty quick. Vanderbilt, there's something special about this team, and so we'll see what Leonard Loser says about it. But I'm looking forward to going to that game, and it's one that I've never gone to Vanderbilt, other than if they're playing Alabama. So it's going to be. And I'll say this real quick to Stephen Smith and Paul Feinbaum and some of these nuts out there. Don't count Alabama out yet.
Are they? Is that what they're doing? Because I've listened to a little bit of Paul. I did not listen too much to Paul today, but the fact that they are writing off Alabama, one, I think is very short-sighted. Honestly, that if you saw how young that secondary was halfway through the third quarter there at Tennessee, I thought Hubbard played really well, and he's going to play quite a bit tomorrow too for Alabama.
Yeah, real quick. I know people are waiting. It was Stephen Smith that said Alabama, get this, got the wrong coach. I mean, that's such irresponsible journalism. Paul Feinbaum would not stoop that low. And so DeBoer, Alabama got the right coach. He's going to get his players in there. And you say, well, my God, they got Nick Saban's players in there.
That's if you're not looking at the roster very closely either, because there is quite a few Bama starters that are in Kentucky's roster, that are certainly on Texas's roster, that you're going to see as well. So yes, to a certain I mean, listen, did he inherit what Nick took over at the end of the Shula regime? No, it's better, but it's not as, I mean, has everybody has amnesia right now? Do we remember what happened a year ago with the penalties and the turnovers? And this was happening last year at Alabama.
Hey, and Steve, let's not forget, if not for a 4th and 31 miracle, Alabama's at home. They're at home. They're playing maybe in the Peach Bowl. There's no SEC championship at ring. Georgia, that's Nick Saban, by the way, the coach. So, let's not give up on the board yet. So we'll get on to the picks. I've got Alabama beating Missouri. I've got Auburn, actually. I've been pulling against them all year. But I got them winning. For some reason they're going to win up there. And total points is 104.
Woo. You got it. It is yours.
All righty. Appreciate it. Thank you.
And one side note, something I did not know until the very end of the teleconference. Wednesday, Mark Stoops' mother passed away. And so I'm sure he would appreciate some thoughts and prayers there for the Stoops family as the patriarch of the family. That's his words, not mine, as his mom passed away on Wednesday there. Just wanted to pass along that info. Jeff is up next on a Pick 2 Friday. How are you, Jeff?
I'm good. How are you, Steve?
I'm good.
Let me just jump on Pick 2.
You got it. Mizzou visits Bama.
Let me have Alabama.
And Auburn up in Lexington.
Let me have Auburn and 1,000 penalty yards for. Oh, that was last week.
That was last week.
Total point. Let me have 66, please.
It felt, I will tell you, before halftime, I think it was almost double-digit penalty number of penalties. I think it was 9 penalties at halftime, if I'm not mistaken. And I was sitting in the press box thinking, wow, I feel like I really nailed at least what the tiebreaker should have been last week, and that was penalty yards for Alabama.
It was terrible. They've got to get discipline in there. And, Saban lost 6 games his first year, so, I don't know that he'll lose 6. But Bama fans, just bear with the man. Let him do his thing.
Yeah, I think it's that simple. This is not a bad football team. This is not – yeah. I mean, even Mississippi State has shown signs of improvement here lately. That this is not a bad football team by any means. You're 5-2, and we're still talking playoffs. So, I mean,
absolutely,
this is not a bad football team.
Absolutely. Well, have a good weekend, Steve, and talk to you next week.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate that. 256-576-4977, the telephone number. If you'd like to participate, just a quick bird's eye view on your football weekend that will launch tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Central Time with Ole Miss taking on Oklahoma. I'll try to pull up the injury report. It's always, you can look up the injury report if you want to. Just and what's entertaining is to see how many people that Lane Kiffin puts on the injury report. Just kind of NFL style there from Lane Kiffin. That kicks at 11 on ESPN television. That is followed by Arkansas at Mississippi State. Wouldn't it be interesting? The very first big marquee win for Sam Pittman was in Starkville. And I wonder whether or not we might see a marquee win for Coach Lebby against Sam Pittman. We'll see. That kicks at 11:45 tomorrow morning on the SEC Network. Then, of course, Bama Mizzou, 2:30 on ABC and right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. 3:15 the kickoff time on the SEC Network between Texas and Vanderbilt. And then 2 night games, the first one at 6:30 on ABC, the marquee matchup of the weekend, with LSU at Texas A&M. I like A&M in the game. Everybody loves LSU. We'll see. And then tomorrow night, Auburn at Kentucky. Of course, as soon as I tell you I like Texas A&M, LSU fans are probably hooping and hollering. Anyway, Carrie from Scottsboro is up next. How are you, Carrie?
I'm great, Steve. How you doing today, brother?
It's the leaves are telling me that it's late October, but the weather is telling me that it's like mid-June. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I believe we pulled them dogs through last week, man. As a Bama
I hope
fan,
so.
giving you a go dog. I think I helped you pull them through.
I appreciate that. I thought about all you jokers that gave me a go dogs last Friday.
I'll give them to you every time I want them to win.
Well, in the fact of that is the first time Kirby, I think, kind of went there in the post-game talk, but that needed to be said. That needed to be said in a big, big way after what took place there.
I mean,
in Austin.
I mean, what can you say? He knew what had to be done, and the players poked that in like a sponge and did what needed to be done.
Yeah. Got
I
to
want to get on the pick two. I want to get on pick two if I can.
You got it. Missouri is at Alabama. Who you got?
I'm gonna take Bama.
How about Kentucky hosting Auburn?
Man, I'm gonna take Auburn.
And then total for the Tide and the Tigers to give me one number.
Total point?
Total points, yes, sir.
57.
Okay. It is yours, Gary.
I appreciate you, Steve, and have a good evening, man. Roll Tide.
I'll give you a roll Tide since he gave me a go dogs last week.
Nah, I give you a go dog. Well, you know, as long as we win, brother, that's all I care.
Just one more point. I get it. I get it.
We just need a win.
That's right. Yeah. Thank you, Kerry.
Man, you have a good weekend, brother. We'll see
you. Gus, how are you, Gus?
Great.
Excellent. You want to hop on pick two?
Yes. So,
how about Alabama playing host to Mizzou? What do you got for me, Gus?
Alabama.
Yes, sir. Auburn at Kentucky.
Kentucky.
And total points for the Tide and Tigers.
Bama 65.
You said 65. Did I hear you right, Gus?
Yes.
It is yours, sir. I appreciate you calling in.
Thank you. And the world aside.
Roll Tide, Gus.
I was hoping you'd give him a roll Tide. There's only so many RTRs that I have in my briefcase. Even though today I'm hosting, usually co-hosting a show in the state of Alabama. 256-576-4977, the telephone number. A big thank you there to Gus. Appreciate all y'all calling in, but we do need to take our first time out. There is a line open for you, Philip and Mel. We'll get right to you on the other side of our first time out. It is Pick 2 Friday here on The Tribe.
You're listening to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
If hunting and outdoor recreation are your passions, it all starts with the right property. That's where I come in. I am Bo Butler with Southland Realty and Auction, a hunting and recreational land specialist and a Jackson County native who sees land through a hunter's eyes. Just as you trust your guide on a big game hunt, you can trust me to find the perfect property for you. Thinking of selling? Let me help you make your land attract buyers. Remember, Bo knows land. Call me at 256-609-0512.
Hi, folks. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, inviting you to come test drive any one of our over 100 F-150s. From rock-solid, dependable work trucks to our state-of-the-art Platinum Series, we've got an F-150 for you. Test drive one today, and you'll understand why the F-150 is the best-selling truck in America, going on 48 years in a row. Just as successful offenses and defenses are built on teamwork, Woody Anderson Ford is powered by our people. Our sales and service teams are well-trained to save you time and money. And because we want your business again and again, no one will work harder to earn it. Our mobile service teams come to your home or business for oil changes, brake work, tire rotations, and more. And the great thing is you don't pay extra for it. We come to you with mobile service at no extra charge. Proud to be local, family-owned, and at your service for over 62 years. Woody Anderson Ford, Alabama's F-150 Superstore.
The new Cheeseburger Bobby's on Carl T. Jones Drive in South Huntsville is focused on serving great food prepared with the absolute freshest ingredients, featuring classic hamburgers and cheeseburgers with lots of specialty options, chicken and hot dogs, even turkey burgers and veggie burgers, along with fresh cut fries, onion rings, or coleslaw. Always fresh, never frozen, except for the frozen custard. See all the delicious options at Cheeseburger Bobby's for yourself. Check out the menu and more at cheeseburgerbobbies.com. Ann Adams with Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate is the one name to know if you're buying or selling real estate. With years of local experience, Ann Adams offers buyers in-depth knowledge of the local housing market and will narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in so you can save time when shopping for your new home. If you're ready to sell, Ann offers a seamless process using accurate pricing and expert negotiation skills to make sure you get a fair price for your home. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or log on bhsriserealestate.com.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
This segment of The Drive is brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford, located online at WoodyAndersonFord.com with 2 locations, Hughes Road in Madison and Jordan Lane in Huntsville.
It is a Pick 2 Friday, and my mother just called me, so shout out to Mom. If she said she's trying to listen. Now, listen. My mother... No, she doesn't want me to go there. So I won't.
Hey, Mom,
But
if you're having problems, just give me a call.
Yeah, exactly. If my mother can listen to us on the website or on the app, certainly you can do that as well. All right? I'm no spring chicken. I just turned 50 earlier this year. So I'm just saying. Hi, Mom. Appreciate you calling. You can call anytime. Had that happened on the air, guess what I would have done? I would have taken that call, because when your mama calls, you answer. So, is what it is. It is Pick 2 Friday, and Philip is up next. How are you, Philip?
I'm great. How about you young men today?
I'm good.
Good deal. I'm going to get on your Pick 2, but hey, I want to tell you something. That fella talking about Steve and Paul, my mom always said it takes a little bit of everybody. Steve Smith don't know what the heck he's talking about anyway. He's looking for clicks just like Paul is with all his idiots.
So is this Stephen A. Smith or Stephen M. Smith? Is this Touchdown Alabama or the morning guy on ESPN.
Stephen as Smith. That's why I'm saying. So,
okay.
Yeah, on the morning show, he's an idiot. But let me get it on your pick. That's the best I can say.
I saw it. I flipped around and I saw him on Fox News last night, and I was thinking, what in the world is he doing on Fox News? But I'm not a big political. This is not an act that I'm giving people. I genuinely don't follow politics. I don't, and I don't know if that's something against me. But anyway, moving on. You want to get on pick 2, and so let's do pick 2. How about Mizzou at Alabama? What do you got for me, Philip?
Well, I think Alabama's going to win, but I don't think they'll cover that point.
I just want winners. I know that midday guy Tom Abraham wants points and hooks, and I want winners is what I want right now.
Well, Alabama's going to win the game.
All right. How about Auburn at Kentucky?
Auburn is going to win.
And then total points for the Tide and the Tigers to give me one number.
62.
It is yours, Philip.
I will appreciate you. Y'all have a great weekend.
Appreciate you. 256-576-4977, the telephone number. Mel is up next. What do you say, Mel?
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good.
You want to hop on pick 2? So is Mel short for Melissa or
Melanie?
Melanie. Oh, that's
nice.
Nice name. I like that.
Oh, thank you.
All righty, Mel. Mizzou at Alabama.
Bama.
And Auburn at Kentucky.
Kentucky.
And total points for the Tide and the Tigers.
42.
Okay. All right. We're going to see some defense coming up tomorrow.
Woo! I hope so.
Thank you, Mel.
Thank you.
256-576-4977, the telephone number. John is up next. How are you, John?
Good. How you, Steve?
Good.
Let's talk on pick 2. They want to say that Alabama still makes the playoffs. That's really all that matters.
Yeah, if they do win out, which their biggest hurdle on that schedule looks like it's in a couple of weeks at LSU. But other than that, it's I think manageable as what we've seen out of Oklahoma so far, and certainly what we've seen out of the Auburn Tigers. It seems to be very manageable. With if they can get a win tomorrow by 1 point or 100 points, get healthier for LSU, then they've got everything that they need right in front of them.
Yeah, that LSU game will be close, but I believe Alabama will pull it out.
Garrett Nussmeier has improved quite a bit. He has, and it's that tomorrow night is a really interesting test for Garrett Nussmeier against the Aggies. I think it'll be a really good game, and that they know how to finish. They have looked ugly at times in the first half, but in the second half, very, very efficient. Very efficient.
Are they playing at Texas A&M or?
They are. It's at Kyle Field. Yeah.
Probably Texas A&M come out on top on that.
The experts, well, remember last week, the experts love Texas. Well, the experts are loving LSU. And to me, what I've seen, I have fewer question marks right now with the Aggies than I do with the LSU Tigers. So that's why I lean A&M, but there's really if you tell me Vanderbilt's winning by double digits tomorrow, I'll say, okay, all right. Then Diego's going to have another, monster game. So there's very little that would surprise me.
Yeah, me too. I mean, you never know from week to week.
Yeah.
Who shows up, really.
Exactly. And that's what it's, yeah. Yeah, well said, John. The other game is Auburn at Kentucky. Who do you think's winning in that one?
Well, Auburn needs a desperate win. I'm going to take Kentucky at home.
Mm-hmm. I don't have a good feeling on that game. That was one of many reasons why I wanted to put it in pick 2. Auburn, anyway, it's been well documented on what Hugh Freeze has said about
they're looking
some
better.
L's.
I mean, they are looking better. I mean, you know,
as much as LSU finishes, Auburn does not. And that's the biggest difference.
Thinking about that, I guess, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go Auburn. Excuse me.
Okay, you want to go Auburn. Okay. All right. I wasn't trying to convince you either way. I mean, I really genuinely don't have any clue as to how that game is going to turn out.
I'm just kind of thinking back to the Oklahoma game. You know, they've been showing up. They just come up short, you know, some. So, and they're getting better each week. So we'll just see how it plays out.
How about total for the Tide and the Tigers?
I'm gonna pick Alabama, and
yep.
We'll say total is 59.
Total of 59. Now that's for both teams, not just one.
Yeah, both teams.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure. All good.
I'm saying, you know, somewhere in Alabama 30th, Missouri 20th type score.
Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So.
I hear you. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you, John.
All right. Thank you. All right. Bye.
256-576-4977, the telephone number. Keith is up next. How are you, Keith?
Good, Steve. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Hey, Steve, I just wanted to get on pick 2.
You got it. Mizzou at Bama.
I'm going with Alabama.
Looking more and more like Brady Cook not playing in that game, although not official. He is listed as doubtful, but we'll see. We'll see whether or not he can get that magic pill like he had last week against Auburn. And speaking of Auburn, they are at Kentucky.
Yeah, and I would take Kentucky in that game.
It is yours, Keith. How about total for the Tide and the Tigers to give me one number?
Well, actually, I had 59 picked out myself, but
you're good with that combination of I get that, but you can use that because it's a different combination because John went Auburn and not Kentucky.
Okay, I'll stick with my pick and go with 59.
It is yours, Keith.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you. Jerry, you're next up. How are you, Jerry?
Doing well. How are you, Steve?
Good. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, I just want to jump on the pick 2.
You got it. Mizzou is at Alabama.
Alabama.
Auburn at Kentucky.
I think Kentucky.
And then total for the Tide and the Tigers. Total points for both.
Is double fours available? 44.
44, otherwise known as Hank Aaron, is yours.
Yes, sir. I'll take it. Good. Where do I pick my money and my prize up?
I'll let you know first thing Monday where to pick up your winnings. Yes, I like the confidence.
Yeah. Well, I'm really not confident, to be honest with you, the way Bama's been playing. I don't know if they're going to come out and be first half of the Georgia game or the rest of the time after.
Well said. Well said.
All right. Thanks, bud. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
Thank you, Jerry. By the way, on the subject of Alabama, I'll have the call for you Monday night when the second-ranked Alabama Crimson Tide take on the Memphis Tigers. That'll be right after we are done with Crimson Tide Rewind. So, in other words, a very, very short pregame because that game is slated to tip at 7, and I'll have the call, and Tom Abraham will be on the air with me as well Monday night from the VBC. Ray is up next from Madison. How are you, Ray?
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good. I know you're doing the pick 2 thing, but just real quick question. It was mentioned, I think it might have been, I think one of the guys on your station mentioned earlier today that Ty Simpson was getting more reps in practice, but my question I wondered, when I heard that, I wondered if that's how the speculations and the rumors start about Milroe. Just they take that as an assumption and run with it, and then I guess compound that with Milroe not necessarily looking confident or speculation of him being hurt.
Yeah. Even Kalen DeBoer in his press conference Monday, basically when asked point blank about Jalen, said that he's not 100%, but then again, at this point of the season, who is 100%? But his biggest weapon, there's no doubt, is his legs. And if he's having trouble running the football, then that's a big weapon taken away that Jalen clearly has.
Right.
I don't know the answer to your question. If he's getting more reps, I'm not there at practice, but I know this, that Jalen Milroe, it would surprise me if we did not see him start that game tomorrow and play the bulk of the snaps tomorrow. I'd be surprised if we saw Ty Simpson, unless Jalen Milroe is really hurt, if you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah, my whole thing about that is, even though that's just a rumor and or maybe pan out to not even be true, and Milroe starts, even they're playing him hurt, I just kind of wonder in my mind how much Simpson has improved from the last time he's been on the field and how plugged in he is into the new scheme. But anyway,
was that Western Kentucky, I think, maybe? Is that the last time we saw him?
I don't know if he got in on the Wisconsin game or not. He may have, because they put Wisconsin's QB out and went up big in that game.
I'm going to have to go back and double check that. You might be right
he
on
didn't,
that.
But it seemed like he might have got some time in there. I do know this, that he may not be a Milroe as far as his build and bulk, but he can run.
As long as he doesn't drop the ball before the goal line. Ty Simpson did play in the Wisconsin game. He was 4 of 5 for 30 yards. So you are right.
Yeah. But like I said, I could be wrong, but I would think that he's a little bit better. Maybe not a lot, but maybe a little bit better than he was when he was playing against South Florida and dropped the ball before the goal line or whatever. I mean, that's, I could be wrong, but I think being down there that long, he would have to improve a little bit. But
you'd like to believe.
I guess their bye week has come in at a good time if they can win the game.
That pesky win, W or L. Yeah.
But anyway, I'll go on to the pick 2 and then let somebody else get on.
You got it. Mizzou at Bama. Are they going to get that W?
I'll give the edge to Alabama, especially since the QB is iffy or not going for Missouri.
Yeah.
Do you know a definite on that or not, or is it just?
He is listed right now as doubtful. That is according to the SEC report that he's listed as doubtful.
Yeah, I think Bama can pull it out. It might get tight because our secondary is thin, and Missouri supposedly still has some decent weapons at wide receiver. So,
if it is Drew Pine tomorrow, then Missouri's going to have to run the ball more than I think they want to tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I'll just go ahead and give the edge to Bama. I mean, I think they can play. I think so far they played better, even though the South Florida isn't great this year. That game, I think they played better at home. And even though that Carson Beck was able to start carving things up in the second half, I still think that they could muster up enough of the it factor at home to pull it out. But hopefully, they'll prove me right.
So Ray, if it is indeed Drew Pine, then if you think South Florida was shoveling the you-know-what out of that bowl, you're going to see double shovel in a big, big way tomorrow out of Missouri.
Yeah. Well, again, as bad as the South Florida was, I'll just go ahead and be a little bit optimistic and say I'll say Bama will pull it out tomorrow.
All right. Auburn is at Kentucky is the other one. Who you got?
I'm going against my better judgment on this, but I'll just say Auburn.
Oh, I love that answer. Total for the Tide and Tigers to give me one number.
Has anybody said 48 yet?
You have.
Okay.
It is yours.
All right. I don't expect to win, but it's still fun to call in, and I appreciate taking the questions.
Absolutely. No problem. Appreciate the phone call, Ray.
Yeah, and again, hope you have a good weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. I am not traveling this weekend, even though I did get an email from some friends of mine up in Nashville to cover the Vanderbilt-Texas game. I thought about it, but I was just, you know what? Let's just do a home game. Let's just chill at home, listen to the Bama game, eat some Lawler's barbecue, and just get ready for the Bama recap show, presented by Lawler's Barbecue, by the way, on Sunday morning. Joe is up next. You at Hartselle? Is Hartselle at home this Friday night?
No, we're actually on our way to Muscle Shoals. Yeah, we play Muscle Shoals at Muscle Shoals. And, you know, Steve, I don't know if you've ever been to Muscle Shoals.
Yes, I have.
They do something.
It's already 10-0 over there.
Yeah, well, that's part of it too. How about 12-0? But anyway,
you gonna add on a safety?
Yeah, but you know, they put their band on the visitor's side.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I don't. You know what? Maybe I've been at Deschler. I don't think I've been to Muscle Shoals.
They got a really nice stadium and a big stadium, but they put their band on the visitor's side, which is
that so the home fans can hear them, or
I guess where they can see the majorettes. I guess I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know either.
It's kind of strange, but that's what they do. But
nice little run here for Hartselle after that double overtime loss to Austin. Let's see whether or not you guys can keep the W's rolling tonight.
Well, we snaked out a good win last week. I tell you what, guys, the Jasper team, they've got a better team than their record shows.
Didn't Jasper beat Muscle Shoals?
Yeah, they beat them. I think on a
49-48. Yeah, that was the final game of Brett Elmore. He died of a heart attack earlier this year. That was his last game. His family, his dad passed away of cancer as well, I want to say about a year ago. And I hate the fact that Brett's already gone because he was such a good dude. He really was. And that community, I know, is mourning the loss of Brett. I know I'm mourning it too as well.
Well, I hate to hear that too, Steve. But like I said, that we got lucky and got way out ahead on Jasper and just held on. You know, we beat them 35-21, but still, they got a better team than their record. I can tell you that. They're gonna surprise somebody else before the season's over. But hey, I'll be hollering at y'all at halftime and the end of the game, and I hope it's a positive score for us. Are you calling the game tonight?
I am, and chances are I'm not going to be as early as I've been the last couple of weeks because Plainview's here in town, and I'm expecting a good old-fashioned slobber knocker between Madison Academy and Plainview here tonight.
Well, I better be a good game.
I think it will.
Get somebody else in here.
You're good. Mizzou is at Bama. Who you got?
I'm going to take Bama, but if that quarterback was playing, I would definitely take the points in that game, but I'm still going to take Bama.
Auburn at Kentucky.
I'm gonna stick my neck out and take Auburn on this game.
Total for the Tide.
They got to come around.
You would think. I mean, I'm with you. I'm with you, Joe. And total for the Tide and the Tigers to give me one number.
56.
It is yours, Joe. Drive safely out there. Yeah, be mindful, especially if you end up with a W for the local patrol out there. If you know what I mean.
I totally understand that. Especially with a 52 tag.
That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes those ghosts on Halloween have blue lights. Just be careful.
There might be some undercover out there too if we beat them bad.
So just be careful. Yeah, just be careful.
All right, guys. I appreciate all you do.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you as well. We do need to take our final time out. Wesley, I promise if you stick with us, we will get right to you on the other side. Final call for phone calls. It is Pick 2 Friday right here on The Drive.
You're listening to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Coming up on Monday night, listen to our hometown broadcast of the second-ranked Alabama Crimson Tide taking on the Memphis Tigers on 97.7 ESPN The Zone, live from the VBC. Our hometown broadcast is brought to you by TOC, the Orthopedic Center, world-class expertise, exceptional care. North Alabama Mortgage, home loans start here, serving Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida. And by Baumhauer's, your big game headquarters.
The company is Eagle Masonry and Insulation, but did you know they're also Eagle Landscaping and Dirt Work? Eagle can take care of all your landscaping needs, including irrigation, sod work, and planting, both plants and trees. On the dirt work side, Eagle can grade and build your pads, haul dirt in or out, and even do erosion control. Philip Love and his team can do it all for you. The website is the same, insulatewitheagle.com, as is the phone number, 256-755-1556. Give them a call and see what Eagle can do for you. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
Not looking or feeling your best? No energy for the things you like to do? Ready to look and feel younger? Make your appointment at Advanced Life Clinic, one of the region's foremost destinations for patients interested in looking and feeling their best. Specializing in advanced laser treatments and weight loss, male and female rejuvenation to offset the effects of aging, and more. See how Advanced Life Clinic can help you enjoy your life again. Call 256-882-6555 or log on advancedlifeclinic.com.
You need a lawyer and pick up the phone. I'm attorney Gary Lackey. When you call for a lawyer, where does that phone ring? My phone rings in my office.
I'm attorney Justin Lackey. My phone rings in my office too.
So does mine. I'm attorney Jennifer Lackey. And when you've been hurt and need help, we're the ones who take your call.
The Lackey Law Firm. The Lackey Law Family. 1-800-4RIGHTS.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Buying that perfect home is one of the most important financial decisions you'll ever make. So it's crucial that you have the right partner to help you through the process. Hi, I'm Stuart Evans, mortgage loan officer for Bryant Bank, and I'm here to tell you that we are that partner. We offer a variety of mortgage products to fit your unique home buying situation in a changing rate environment. That kind of hassle-free approach might not be what you'd expect from a bank. It's exactly what you can expect from us. Give me a call today or visit me at our downtown Huntsville office and let me show you what banking beyond expectation is all about.
Bryant Bank Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID 2428943, member FDIC.
Tom Luganbill here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
This is Steve Moulton for Lee's Magic Tunnel. Do you live out of your car? Does your car look like you've been well lived in? Then take your vehicle to Lee's Magic Tunnel, located on the Parkway. Any size of the vehicle, it doesn't matter. Lee's will get it clean. Offering many types of washes, but getting it clean inside and out. ask for the manager special. That's at Lee's Magic Tunnel, located on the Parkway, and located online at leesmagictunnel.com for more information.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A mostly sunny sky this afternoon. Temperature is going to be in the mid-80s. It is going to be a warm evening for Friday night football. In many cases, we're talking about football games with temperatures somewhere in the 70s. We do eventually fall into the low 60s as we head into the overnight early into your Saturday morning. A mostly to partly sunny sky Saturday afternoon. Temperatures climbing into the lower 80s. An isolated shower certainly can't be ruled out, but it does look like the vast majority of us are going to be dry. Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio, 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Listen to Madison Academy football all season long.
And it is covered up by the Mustangs in the end zone. Touchdown Madison Academy. Touchdown Madison Academy.
On 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Walking you up to some Friday Night Lights. I am here at Bill Washington Stadium. You can hear Madison Academy football on Zone 2 tonight, be it on our app or over on our website, 977ESPN.com. Click on Zone Channels. And again, hi, Mom, just in case you're listening here this evening. She did not call me in the break, but she told me she was trying to figure out how to listen. So, hi, Mom. Anyway, let's try to squeeze in as many as we can. We got quite a few of you on hold right now, and it is Pick 2 Friday. Wesley, you're up next. How are you, Wesley?
Hey, good. How you doing?
Good. Thank you.
Good. Y'all want to get in Pick 2 action?
You got it, Bama or Mizzou?
Hey, roll Tide, Bama.
And Auburn or Kentucky?
I'll go Kentucky.
Total for the Tide and the Tigers to give me one number, Wesley.
54.
You're good with that combination.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you, Wesley.
All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
The undefeated Army Black Knights are off this weekend, so they will stay undefeated. You can listen to Crawdaddy Wednesday nights. In fact, next Wednesday, Crawdad will be once again right after the Kalen DeBoer show, and he joins us right now. How you doing, Crawdaddy?
Great, Steve. Just real quick, I know you got Pick 2 going on Monday night. Alabama plays Memphis, and at halftime, 30 soldiers are going to join the Army. They're going to enlist, and the person administering the oath of enlistment will be my broadcast partner, Captain Barrett Crawford. So,
and who is also your
son.
Thank you. Come on now. Don't bury the lead like that. That's pretty awesome. You know what?
Yeah.
No, that's really awesome.
We're going to be on the front row. It's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and we're proud of it.
Man, I'm looking forward to seeing it and having a ringside seat for it myself.
All right, see you there. Bye.
That's pretty cool. Ryan from Scottsboro. How are you, Ryan?
Doing well, Steve. How are you doing?
Doing real well.
All right, this is lightning round. You got to go.
Bama or Mizzou?
Bama.
Auburn or Kentucky?
I don't like either one of them, but I guess I'll go with Kentucky.
Total for the Tide and the Tigers to give me one number.
58 is still available.
It is yours, Ryan.
Appreciate you. I'll see you Monday night for the Bama basketball game.
Excellent. Looking forward to that. That is coming up Monday night. We will have the hometown broadcast with myself and Tom Abraham. So looking forward to that. But we've got more drive coming up around the bend. My conversations with the SEC head coaches come up right after this Sports Center update. Welcome to Week 9. Full slate of games includes Buckhorn at Coleman over the airways of 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Huntsville's at Bob Jones on Talk Radio WZZN or HD.2 channel. Madison Academy plays host to Plainview.